Hi Pisces, welcome to your current energy reading. This is what you need to know right now. I decided to do these quick little readings mainly because we just went through the lunar eclipse and I want to see how it affected each sign. So, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This will be for you. Let's get into your reading. We're going to use the Crystal Vision for our clarifiers, and we're going to use the Good Tarot for the main part of the spread. I'm going to remind you that your monthly is done, and I will connect it to the end of this video. This is just more of a short little reading. Your monthly is probably about an hour. So you definitely want to check that out. Okay, let's give them a cut. And this is, I've been saying I'm going to take 3 cards, but I'm taking 4 cards. Let's bring the lid down and let's begin. Okay, well, 10 of Swords. Not a great card, but it is the first card. So I have a feeling this is talking about things that were eclipsed out of your life. The 10 of Swords to me is a repeating pattern. It's like I've taken dagger after dagger after dagger to the point of submission. Like I just keep taking them. This is probably coming to an end, I hope. Well, 2 of Cups, soulmate, partnership. We have the Magician. Beautiful, powerful energy. This is about manifestation. I feel like when you get the Magician, it's a reminder of how powerful you are when it comes to manifesting, right? The more positive mindset you have, I feel like the more positivity you bring back to you. The more negative, like in the 10 of Swords, I feel like I just keep bringing that back and back and back and back. But if I can see the pattern and I can end that, right? Cut those ties because they clearly cannot be serving you. It feels like now the 2 of Cups opens up. Maybe a real soulmate. The Magician, the Manifester. All the tools you already possess within yourself. And then we have the Death card. Interesting. First of all, it's a card of Scorpio, but I find it interesting because it's mirroring the 10 of Swords. And I felt that 10 of Swords coming to an end. I felt like you're breaking patterns, you're cutting ties, and that's what the Death card would say. But not just to close a door, you're closing a door so this new door can open. I mean, you have a 1 and you have a 2. The 1 is the Magician. The 2 is the 2 of Cups. So that's pretty good energy. But this pattern here within the 10 of Swords needs to come to an end. Need to try to allow it to come to an end. First, I got to see it, right? Because again, I do feel like it's probably a pattern. And probably if it's relating to love, a pattern with someone who... again, dagger after dagger in your back. Now, it's like if I close that door, it feels like a soulmate comes in. Your power is 9/10 of the law. Your intention, what you want to bring to you. Again, this is a soulmate energy. This is a partnership. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Well, we have Temperance. Patience. Well, I have a feeling the universe may have been patient for you with this 10 of Swords. This is about divine timing. This is not trying to rush something before it's time. I can do that, but then it may not work out as intended. Doesn't mean I can't try it again. But, again, don't, if someone's clearly putting these daggers in your back, then know that so that you can, and I know it's not always easy, but I don't think it's energy you want to stay in. So Temperance is about divine timing. And I kind of like that, especially with the soulmate energy here. We have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas out of 5. All right, let's bring in the crystal vision. Again, check out your monthly because I'm sure some of this is going to be in it. Let's give him another shuffle. I just noticed the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Knight of Pentacles is about bringing something into your world, and it's to come into your world to expand it, not to deflate it. You know, often feel the Knight of Pentacles, when it comes in, it feels like such a blessing. So, let's go ahead and I'm going to shuffle for these cards, and we're just going to kind of, well, we're going to start at the beginning. Look at that, the Tower, coming right over the 10 of Swords. Listen, I feel like you're either giving this Tower to someone, or maybe you received a Tower. But if you did, I feel like it's the universe trying to move you in place for something, well, much better. We have, hello, 8 of Wands. This is, you know, I felt called to do these shorter readings, which is not my norm, right? But now I'm getting it because it's just very clear that things are moving quickly now. Like the lunar eclipse is now, it's like, okay, energy is moving. Fast moving energy. Also, what I think about, I bring about. So I don't want to think about those daggers. I want to think about the 2 of Cups. This is what is coming over. And then, hello, 10 of Cups. Right over the Magician. Listen, Pisces, I feel like you have a tremendous ability to shape your world in the way that you want to see it. And it starts in the present moment. It starts today, and the seeds I'm planting today, even if they're just my thoughts, right? My thoughts, like, okay, I know what the 10 swords is. Now there's a Tower over that. All that wants to come to an end. And it feels like when I do allow it to come to an end, and I don't know how long that's going to take you, but I do feel like when that ends, this next door opens, and quickly the 2 of Cups comes in, and then hello, 10 of Cups. House of harmony, house of love, laughter, joy. Doesn't mean there's no problems in this house, but they work it out together. Right over the Magician. We have the Page of Cups. You know, I feel like the Page of Cups coming over the Death card is really a good energy, because, you know, sometimes we need to take a moment between ending this, cutting this cycle, right, which seems to have been very difficult, and then opening up the next cycle. The Page of Cups to me means taking some time out to really learn to care for you again, your dreams, what it is you want, you know, like, I feel like you know what you what you want your life to look like. This is now about actively manifesting it. 8 of Pentacles. What I think about, I bring about. No, that's the 8 of Wands. So why am I saying that? 8 of Pentacles, where I put my focus, is what I will grow. And then the 3 of Pentacles. Interesting, because 3 of Pentacles really coming between the soulmates and the Magician. Some of you may be meeting someone at your place of employment, or in some type of creative avenue. You know what I mean? Like, I could be out dancing and I meet someone. I could be in the library and I'm like, my head's in a book and I meet someone. You know, I know that you cannot plan this, because I do feel it's totally unexpected. 3 of Pentacles, though, talks about someone looking at you and appreciating you for exactly who you are, This is also speaking about your talents. You know, I feel like we got to talk a little bit about money here, because I feel like in the Eight of Pentacles, anything new that I want to begin, 8 is usually a new beginning. You have 2 eights, right? 2 new beginnings. One may talk about in your Pentacles, and one may talk about in love. But again, in the Eight of Pentacles, you know, it speaks about being willing to walk into something as the apprentice, with the knowing that one day you will leave as the teacher, the master teacher. It's something that you can master, but it will take your focus. But I feel like you're made for it. Like, you're made for it. And I feel like this may be how everything comes about. Like someone admiring you for you. Truly admiring you for you. Let's just take one more over the Death card. Or 2. Hello, Ace of Pentacles. So we saw that Knight of Pentacles, right? Knight of Pentacles didn't come out, but the Ace that the Knight promises to bring in did. This Ace of Pentacles is something, first of all, well, not on this card, but normally you can see like the roots of this pentacle, right? So I'm planting this seed in my garden, and then it's up to me to nurture it. It's up to me to water it, right? To make sure it's getting enough sun, all of that, so that it can fully bloom. If I take this pentacle but then do nothing with it, then it will kind of dry up and disintegrate. I don't think that's going to happen though. This feels like a blessing after a long, hard time. And then the Hermit, card of Virgo. But this is also about spirituality. Some of you, that's exactly what you're doing. Your creative house is like, you know, in some type of spiritual business. But the Hermit itself, you know, walking through that dark night of the soul. Well, that's exactly what the Tower and the Ten of Swords would be, right? The dark night of the soul. But I need to go in as the Hermit and ask those big questions of myself and of the universe. Here is the universe, right? Divine timing. Divine timing. And sometimes we're like, well, when's it coming? When's it coming? Like, well, sometimes, again, the universe is waiting for you to close a door. This is just feels very, like, to the point. And what else I love is, you know, if I'm closing this Ten of Swords door, this is about not taking, you know, Ten of Swords can certainly talk about like being around narcissistic type of energy. You know, I can't change them. I can't change it. All I can do is leave. All I can do is change my life, that type of thing. But what it is saying is you have an opportunity to truly gain so much wisdom from these towers, from these Ten of Swords. And when you gain that wisdom, I can almost guarantee you that you won't go back to that Ten of Swords again. You'll see it at the 5. 10 of Cups, 2 Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. When? Well, sounds like soon. I feel like once that you are starting to feel good within yourself again, I feel like this page is just saying, yes, there is a little bit of a healing period, but it doesn't mean I have to like stop, lay in my bed, you know, stay in my bed. No, I feel quite the opposite. I feel like maybe what I do is, as I'm overcoming this, I allow myself to get into my creative house, and with that, I just feel like something's blossoming. Now, Pisces, I feel like it's not just your money, but also love. Also love. I don't think, you know, I want to be real here, because I feel like first that Ten of Swords, that needs to be looked at, and then that needs to be closed, right? I need to close that door. That death card is saying that they're mirroring each other. Right? My lesson is in that Ten of Swords. This is where I'm going to gain that wisdom. And this is where I gain my confidence back also. Someone may have kind of robbed that from you. Claim it. Claim it back. Claim it back. Know who you are as a magician. Know the tools that you possess. Even if it's a step-by-step process. You know, we have the Ace and then we have the Ten of Cups. Maybe it starts at the Ace, but ultimately can go to the Ten of Cups. To me, that would mean partnership, marriage, that type of thing. So, looks pretty good, Pisces. I'm going to leave it there because I want to keep them short, but I will connect your monthly to the end of the video. I love you guys. Thank you for everything you do for me. Too many things to mention. I just thank you. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.